Everyone in this room has one thing in common. Everyone has a beating heart. You may think that this is obvious. Of course we all do. It's necessary to sustain life. But sometimes problems occur and this heart tissue dies and patients need transplants to survive. Prior to the 1960s, if that was your case, you were just out of luck. But upon entering this era, new surgery techniques and equipment were revolutionizing the world of medicine. A combination of these led to one of the greatest medical feats to date, the first successful heart transplant. It was performed by one of the best surgical pioneers of all time, Christian Neethling Bernard. He attended Cape Town Medical School and was not by any means the smartest of his peers, but made up for what he lacked in brains with hard work. While working in cardiac surgery, he found his true passion, but was described as too serious, outspoken, and unconventional by his peers. He climbed to the top of the surgery ladder. He was in charge, he was well known, but he still hungered for more. He knew the anatomy of the heart inside and out, literally, and looked at kidney transplant surgery with an inquisitive mind. During months of preparation, he practiced heart transplants on dogs and performed many kidney transplants. Then he performed the riskiest surgery known to man thus far. He couldn't have done it without the heart-lung machine. It was invented by John Heisman Gibbon, who performed the first open heart operation. The machinery is pretty complex, but basically, it removes useless blood from the heart here, oxygenates it, and then returns it back to the heart to be used by the body. Another necessity to this feat in history was a brave patient. The recipient of the first transplanted heart was named Louis Washkansky. At the time of the surgery, he was 53. He had a condition called Cheyne-Stokes that was brought on by heart failure caused by a heart attack. After being told that it was only a matter of time, most would have given up hope, but instead, he met Christian Bernard. He was the perfect candidate for a heart transplant, and after he woke up, he joked about being the real-life Frankenstein. But unfortunately, Louis was diagnosed with bilateral pneumonia and only lived 18 days after the heart transplant. The unsung hero is the donator, Denise Darvall, who is shown in this picture with the man whose life she saved, if only for 18 days. After she was hit by a car while crossing the street, she sustained injuries that later led to her death. Her father so graciously donated her heart and both of her kidneys to transplant surgeries. A combination of all of these things, Christian Bernard, Louis Washkansky, the heart-lung machine, and Denise Darvall and her family made the surgery a success. The brave people involved helped make tremendous strides for medicine. Since the first heart transplant in 1967, improvements have been made to ensure the success of the surgery. The most notable of these are anti-rejection drugs and increased sterilization in surgery. On average, 2,000 transplants are performed per year. That's approximately 2,000 lives that would be lost every year without the work of Christian Bernard.